Hi guys, good morning. So today we are going to be learning about Phoenicia, and let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing we need to know is that the Phoenicians lived from 1550 BC until about 300 BC. They lived on the eastern coast of the Mediterranean Sea, and they were polytheistic. Now, we talked about being polytheistic several weeks ago. I think it was one of our very first lessons. Being polytheistic means having many gods, so having more than one god. They were a seafaring people, so that means that they were sailors, merchants, fishermen. They were people who worked on boats a lot. So there are two things the Phoenicians are known for. The first one is their trade. They were a huge trade civilization. They competed with other countries, and one of the things they did when they were competing with other countries for trade is they told stories about sea monsters to scare away other merchants. So they would say that there were sea monsters in certain areas because they didn't want other people to go there to trade. The next thing they're known for is their alphabet. So we're going to have a whole slide dedicated to their alphabet in just a few minutes. On this one, you can see I have what their alphabet looked like. Obviously, it's not like ours today, but it's one that helped become the alphabets we use now. So those are the two things they're most famous for. The next thing we need to know about the Phoenicians is their trade and travel. So on Monday, I had to remember what day your videos get posted. On Monday, we learned about the colony that they created, Carthage. So Carthage was a place that they would use for trading purposes. So they used it to build good relationships with other people, and they used it to be a good place for them to trade from. They built ships in Tyre and traded with many other civilizations. So some of the things they traded were lumber, purple dye, figs, olives, spices, other things like that. So purple dye is really significant because it's expensive. You may have learned about this in Bible class before, but purple dye is a symbol of royalty, and it was bought mostly by nobility and kings. So kings would have like purple clothes or a purple sash or something. That's why in a lot of pictures of Jesus that we see, he has on a purple like sash, or his robe is purple or something like that. It's because it's a symbol of royalty. This was really important because it meant that it gave the Phoenicians a lot of money. The reason it was so expensive was because it was hard to make. In case you don't know what dye is the stuff that like changes your clothes from one color to another. Like my shirt today is blue, so we used blue dye to make this shirt blue. This dye that was purple was made out of snails. So it was really hard to get because it was really hard to make. So that's why it was so expensive. So we talked about how Carthage was a colony. So in case you don't know what a colony is a group of people from one country who move to a new place to claim it for their country and live there. The colony gives money and resources to their parent country. So, two really good examples. Spain colonized Mexico, and Great Britain colonized America. So there were two colonies. Other examples are like the French colonized Canada, Portugal colonized Brazil. It happened a lot in the North America, South America part of the world, where places from Europe would come and take over another place. All right, and our last slide, we're going to talk about the alphabet a little bit. There were 22 characters to represent sounds. So beforehand, remember, they were drawing the pictures. So like hieroglyphics in Egypt were pictures that were quite literally, if you were talking about a bird, you wouldn't spell bird, you would draw a bird. Cuneiform was kind of pictures. It started out as pictures, and it kind of turned into those lines. So this is actual letters. And they represent sounds so that you could see a word and sound it out, just like in English or in Spanish. In English, you could look at the word alphabet and go alphabet because you know what sounds those letters make. So it was created to help merchants have a common language. So one language that they all spoke. It made trading easier and more organized, and it spread through trading. So like people in Phoenicia could speak this language, people in Greece could speak this language, people in parts of the Roman Empire could, because of trading with each other. And it ended up becoming the alphabets that we have today. So those are some things about Phoenicia. For your homework, you're going to have a really short section of questions. One of them is your opinion. And that's all you'll need to do for today. Make sure that you take notes, and if you have any questions about this, let me know. And I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys.